Greetings and welcome to the first annual Women Ed US Unconference, Leading Through an Epoch of Change. My name is Dr. Jacinta Calzada-Mayronne. I'm a special education coordinator in Washington, D.C., a network co-leader for Women Ed US, and I am also the CEO of a publishing company, Urban Ed Press, which is also a space for professional learning. Failing Forward. My colleague, Dr. Melissa McCauley, and I co-authored Chapter 26 in Women Ed's second book, Being 10% Braver. And I describe being 10% braver as failing forward. In times like the epoch of change that we have experienced during the last year and that we will continue to experience, being brave and courageous is an act of changing mindsets, including that of our own, to move and fail forward. The notion of failing forward does not begin with our chapter, nor will it end with us. But I hope what I share here today and in our chapter supports and encourages teachers to fail forward and for leaders to show grace and to mentor early career teachers to become leaders, because teachers are leaders too. Here are the facts. The United States struggles to hire and retain teachers. About 14% of teachers are either leaving their school or leaving teaching altogether. Younger teachers and those early in their careers are among the most likely to leave teaching. On November 18th of 2020, Dr. Brad Johnson tweeted, "Teachers have always had to endure a lot. That's why there's been a near 50% attrition rate every 5 years. But this year, it is off the charts. I worry about the teaching profession going forward. If there isn't systemic changes to how teachers are treated, it may soon be 75%. Ultimately, school leaders are struggling to fill vacancies that factors like turnover create." According to John C. Maxwell, the difference between average people and achieving people is their perception of and response to failure. Maxwell continues that failing forward includes taking responsibility, learning from each mistake, knowing failure is a part of progress, maintaining a positive attitude, challenging outdated assumptions, taking new risks, and persevering. Note that failing forward is part of learning and being 10% braver. When you don't have a setback, learn from it and push forward. Don't let it stop you. See it as failing forward. Find your community and continue to make it grow. Work together. Successful women are more successful as a tribe of women, having each other's backs. And you can fail forward and find your community within professional learning communities. Professional learning communities are a method to foster collaborative learning and mentorship. Collaborative professionalism is imperative, and joining networks and communities can help reshape our perspective and can contribute to our growth. The International Society for Technology and Education have indicated 4 benefits of an active professional learning community. Professional learning communities allow educators opportunities to directly improve teaching and learning. Professional learning communities build strong relationships and network. Professional learning communities help teachers stay on top of new research and emerging technology tools for the classroom. Professional learning communities help teachers reflect on ideas. According to the Education Commission of the United States, one of 3 ways to support teachers beyond the COVID-19 pandemic is effective mentorship. Mentoring is defined as a developmental relationship. Professional learning communities can give you access to a network of mentors. Intentional mentoring improves teaching and learning. Mentoring fosters skills, experience, and talent in development. Mentor relationships break down the barrier of advancement. Never doubt that a small group of committed people can change the world. School leaders can foster professional learning communities in schools. Professional learning communities in schools is defined as a community of members working together to provide ongoing learning opportunities to teachers and other educators within the school or school district. The benefits of professional learning communities in schools include developing teachers will yield academic success. Schools should incorporate professional learning communities because teachers can develop and reflect. Data collection is school specific. It establishes teacher autonomy, and professional development is student-centered. Avella provides 6 steps to support implementing a professional learning community in schools. 1, establish guidelines. Step 2, develop a mission statement that aligns with the school's overarching mission. Step 3, determine the meeting objective dates and times. Step 4, teachers take on our leadership role, leading discussions. Step 5, teachers collaborate on an action plan that is defined by the mission and goals. Step 6, survey and assess the progress of the professional learning community. Because teacher interests, knowledge, and intellectual capacity vary widely within schools, it can be difficult for schools to provide appropriate, effective professional development. Surveying teachers and determining professional development interests with a professional learning community serves as a benefit. An effective professional learning community has the capacity to promote and to sustain the learning of all professionals in the school community, with the collective purpose of enhancing pupil learning. Effective professional learning communities create common goals, set high expectations, monitor performance against those expectations, and provide periodic evidence of progress, which is meeting student needs, remedy isolation amongst teachers, building new skills and depositions, and examining focused and enhanced resources. Findings suggest that the existence of a professional learning community promote greater levels of social support for achievement and higher levels of authentic pedagogy. There are 6 elements of professional learning communities. The first element is mission, vision, and values. The mission clarifies priorities and sharpens the focus, and a shared vision and common values are essential. Through collective inquiry, members of the learning community develop new skills and capabilities which lead to new experiences and awareness. Job satisfaction and performance can be improved by providing opportunities for teachers to collaborate and engage in reflective practice. Collaborative teams within a professional learning community share a common purpose and foster the ability for teachers to become experts in what they are passionate about. The fourth element of professional learning is action-based. Members take action. According to research, members of a professional learning community recognize failure as part of the learning process and fail forward as a team. The fifth element, continuous improvement, is an ongoing cycle that involves gathering evidence of current levels of student learning, developing strategies and ideas to build on strengths and address weakness in that learning, implementing those strategies and ideas, analyzing the impact of the changes to discover what was effective and what was not, and applying new knowledge in the next cycle of continuous improvement. For the sixth element, results-oriented, the rationale for any strategy for building a learning organization revolves around the premise that such organizations will produce dramatically improved results. There are 4 critical questions that drive the work of professional learning communities. 1, what is it that we want for our students to learn? 2, how will we know if each student is learning each of the skills, concepts, and dispositions we have deemed essential? What happens in our school when a student does not learn? And what happens in our school when students already know it? To get started, here are a few virtual professional learning communities. Women Ed, Black Women Educational Leaders, She Leads EDU, Education Blueprint, and Urban Ed Group. All of these actual professional learning communities can be found on Twitter. And then Google also has a space for educational groups. Women Ed US as your professional learning community. Women Ed US is a volunteer-run grassroots organization that is part of the global network of Women Ed, which is based in the United Kingdom. We are thrilled to be expanding our national base, and we are recruiting regional states to join us, and we have the goal of involving as many states as possible. A regional state network leader is defined as an individual or several people who take on a leadership role for one of the states in the United States. Some of the responsibilities of a regional network leader include creating and running Twitter chats for their state, setting up and running state-level unconferences, which can be in person or virtual, setting up and running events for their state online or via social media, encouraging the involvement with national leaders, Unconference and Twitter chats, promoting initiatives of Women Ed and contributing to their initiatives, creating a state newsletter, submit blog posts for consideration for Women Ed, participate in regional network leader meetings, and collaborating and communicating with national network leaders and other regional network leaders. We ask that you recruit a team of several other educational leaders to assist you with your region or state. And if you are selected to be a network leader, you will undergo a training with leaders at Women Ed that will explain the logistics, vision, and mission of the Women Ed. For more information and for the form to apply, please email womenedusleaders@gmail.com. For more information about me or to contact me directly, you can use any of the mediums listed here. My email is info@urbanedpress.com, and my personal Twitter is Dr. Calzy, and I also run the Twitter for Urban Ed Press and Urban Group.